Hey, this is Homebuying Uncensored. I am Mona Wong.
And I'm Brian Denton.
We're here to talk to you about home buying with real talk.
None of this mortgage speak. We're going to make things real simple for you.
And guys, I'm actually kind of funny.
Yeah, she's really not that funny.
All right, well, you try us out and let us know. Another week of adulting.
Again?
Every day, 24/7, there's no stops. Do you remember when you were younger and you were cool? And the only thing that you cared about was driving a cool car, which for me was a Toyota Corolla, but I had the sunglasses.
They still make those.
Yeah, they do. They're much cooler now. They look cooler than they did back then. I had a forest green one. It was the only thing I could afford. It was $250 a month. It was the cheapest thing I could afford, but I did it.
I
It was fun.
had a green 1976 Chrysler Cordoba that came with Corinthian leather, which is special.
It stuck to your legs when you sat
Yeah.
in it in the summer.
And it had an 8-track stereo.
8-track. I was 2. That's okay. That's okay. Affordability. It's like when we were younger and we didn't have any responsibilities, all we thought about was like ourselves,
Correct.
right?
Right.
That's what our life was. Lifing when you're younger is just about yourself, and it's natural.
Yeah.
So you go and you buy that car, and now it's like, the $250 payment is now like $1,000,
Oh, I
right?
know.
So you think about every month your paychecks. You get let's say you get paid biweekly, you get 2 paychecks, and every month, $1,000 of that will come out for your car so that you can drive the cool car.
I know. It's ridiculous, right?
It is
Well,
ridiculous.
what's the average price of an automobile right now? Not that we're in a car business, but it's going to be at least 40 grand, right?
Well, you
Somewhere
know
in that
what? We
ballpark?
just bought our daughter a used car, and it was like 30 used. It was a Mazda.
Mazda.
It wasn't even like a Porsche. It was
Oh.
$30,000.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So,
But that's like a $600 payment.
when I bought my first home, I paid $100,000, and there are trucks and cars on the market over $100,000 now.
Right. Because if you wanted a Maserati,
Well, no, you can get a pickup truck. There's pickup trucks that go for,
over 100.
yeah.
So unless you're going to sleep in that car, so affordability. So we need to be smarter about our money, and we need to start younger. You need to start adulting like
Yeah.
immediately,
Yeah.
even while you're in school. You can't be like running up credit card bills or anything like that. Affordability, and people call me, and they often ask me, "Hey, how much of a mortgage do you think I can afford?" And I don't
Yeah.
know.
There's a difference between what you can afford and what we can qualify you for,
Bingo. Right.
and what you feel comfortable paying as well.
Right.
So I only want my mortgage payment to be $2,000 a month. Let's
Right.
say. You're out looking at $600,000 homes with little or no money down. That's not going to be the payment. It's going to double that.
Right. Well, you think about your taxes. Real estate taxes are going to be, a good 25% of that payment, right? Depending on the town that you buy in. But yeah, I mean, you think about, okay, so you have, you're right now paying for rent, and you're like, oh, I can make rent, so therefore I can afford a mortgage. But they don't look at it the same way. Like when
No.
you are applying to rent a home, they don't look and see. They check your credit to make sure you're
Correct.
not like bottom of the barrel scum.
Or an axe murderer.
Right. They check and see if you have good credit, but they don't look at your paychecks. And so are you living check to check?
One of the biggest tips that I give my first time home buyers is, let's say their rent is $2,000 a month and their mortgage payment's going to be $3,000 a month, and they can afford it, and they're comfortable.
Afford it.
And they're comfortable with the payment.
Right.
I say to them, okay, for the next 6 months, what I'd like you to do is take that extra $1,000 and put it away.
Mm-hmm.
And see if you can do that on a consistent basis for 6 to 8 months. And at the end of the 6 to 8 months, if you've got an extra $6,000 to $8,000 in your savings account, it means you can carry that loan and you can carry that mortgage payment on a month-to-month payment. Because
Same.
unlike rent, your mortgage, you're either gonna have to sell the house, get foreclosed on, or,
Right.
so you're gonna
Same.
have to make that payment
Yeah.
regardless.
I
So,
do the same thing. And then I tell them, and not just do you have $6,000 to $8,000 after that, 6 to 8 months, but like, are you starving?
yes.
Right? Are you living on ramen? And so now you've got GI problems and you're backed up, and now you have medical bills. Like, it's just a rabbit hole that you like start digging yourself into, right? So like, you don't want to be, you have to remain like a fairly, like, yeah, we all have struggles, but you still have to remain, you have to keep some sort of quality of life.
I can't believe we just went from home buying tips to GI problems. I'm like, I'm
It
still like
home
shaking my head over
Buying
that
a
one.
house can cause GI problems. It's true, and you guys will do well by listening to
Tums to tum tum.
that. So then now you have to go to Costco and buy a large thing of Tums because you're living on ramen and peanut butter.
Yeah,
That's a gross combo.
yeah.
And now they put cheese on ramen too. That grosses
Ugh,
me out. But I'm
that's
also not a
disgusting.
cheese fan. Yeah. And
Um,
that's another
yeah,
topic in itself. So like, you have to have, and are you just okay, so now you have this place. Are you just sitting there by yourself all the time? Like, that's really sad.
yeah. I mean, it's your house rich and cash poor, right? Is that's the old
Right.
saying?
Yep.
Don't be house rich and cash poor.
Right.
When you buy a home, you should, are you going to have to alter your lifestyle a little bit?
Right.
Everybody
Sure.
has to. That's part of being an adult, right?
That's adulting and lifing.
Right.
Yep.
So if you can do that and you're comfortable and you're still, you can go out to eat, you can still go out with your friends, or if you have a significant other, you guys are still doing things together and be able to go on vacation. Those are the important things to think of before you go purchasing a home.
Right.
You
Because you
know,
want to purchase like a bouquet of flowers. You're not giving them like one daisy.
right. And another thing too is you need to do that over a period of time. And you need to check with somebody, a mortgage professional, early on, not when let's go buy a house this weekend, and I haven't even figured out how much I can
Planning.
afford or what
Yeah.
the plan is.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It's not like buying a car.
yeah,
It's not like buying gum. I
no,
always tell people that it's not buying gum, guys.
yeah,
It's not like, oh, look, there's a pack of gum. I think I want to try it.
yeah,
Doesn't work the same way.
yeah,
And I know you do. And I mean, I know I do too. We have these hard conversations with people who are just really gung ho about buying, and you have to bring them down to earth and say, look, this is what I can qualify you on paper.
yeah,
And now are you comfortable paying that? Well,
yeah,
no, I'm only comfortable paying half of that.
yeah,
Whatever it may be, 3,000, 4,000. Well, okay, but that means you have to buy a house that's lower in price, right? Or come up with more money for a down payment. Now, sometimes, one could argue, is it easier to save more money, or is it better to find a house that's less money?
correct. And since we use gross income, we don't use net income, folks. We use
Right.
gross income. That's a way different story. When I used to underwrite, believe it or not, the debt.
Brian didn't use calculators when he
No, we
was
didn't. I used
underwriting,
an abacus. Um,
and pencil and paper.
yeah, but the thing was, Mona, we did we ever hit record on this thing?
Hmm.
Oh, God, I digress. I'm sorry. Um,
Brian's life too long.
no, but the debt to income ratio, was the max was 36%.
Right.
Now it goes up to
Now
50%
it
of your
goes to
gross.
50. Yeah.
So that's your housing payment plus all your debt combined can't exceed more than 50% of your gross income.
Right. So
So
that includes that car payment,
yeah, exactly.
right? So if you're spending $1,000 on your car,
Yeah,
that eats away at so much of your income that you're literally choosing to drive a car over buying a home.
yeah,
When I first started, I remember meeting a first time home buyer at the Atrium Mall in Chestnut Hill.
yeah.
Met him at the eatery. We went over his numbers. And I come to find out that he drove a Porsche,
Nice.
right? Cool. Single guy, young, he drove a Porsche. And he wanted to buy a home. Great. But he only like grossed like 3,000 a month,
Yeah, what?
and he drove a Porsche. So after taxes, how much is that 3,000, you think? I mean, even at the lowest, like,
2 grand? Maybe.
right? So you bring home 2 grand and you're spending 1,000, half of it on your car. And then you have to eat and everything else. So could he afford that? Sure, he had the money for it, but I would say no, you couldn't afford that.
No.
If you were living at home for free,
Yeah.
then you could.
Well, financing and depreciating asset is not a good thing
Right.
anyways.
But it was a Porsche.
Yeah, I know. But still,
And it makes you cool. Even without the sunglasses. You're cool.
yeah. But anyway, I mean, if when you're the biggest thing is when you're out there looking, you got to talk to somebody like us first.
I think so.
You just can't go. Oh,
You have to plan.
Yeah.
You have to plan. People often think, oh, I'm just going to pick up a second job.
Yeah.
Great. But you actually have to carry that second job for at least 2 years before we can use that income.
Correct.
And I also, but other than that, like, I want you to think, what happens if your hours got cut in that second job?
Yeah.
Right? Are you going to be struggling? Or what if, you just got tired of working 2 jobs?
Right.
Are you going to struggle? Like,
Right.
you got to think about that. Is it sustainable?
Well, that's why they make you work that second job for 24 months to see
Yeah.
if you have a track record, because it is hard to work 2 jobs.
Yeah. I've done it.
Yeah, me too.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You got to make it work.
So what do we tell our listeners out there?
Affordability, you got to be realistic with your money and know how much money you're actually bringing home, how much money, keep track of what you're spending where, so that you can create a budget.
Yeah.
And think about, maybe you buy a Toyota Corolla versus a Porsche. I personally don't like leases on
Yeah.
cars, but that's just my personal preference.
Yeah.
The payments on those are fairly high as well.
Yeah.
So, that's just me. But yeah, that's going to be my adulting tip.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I would agree. And my adulting tip is if you have a $3,000 mortgage payment and you're renting and you're only paying $2,000, save that extra $1,000 to see how it works out for 6 to 8 months, because that 30-year mortgage payment is not going away.
Save that 6 to 8,000 without having to live on ramen and cheese.
Yes. And
Velveeta, it's not even real cheese. That's so gross.
Yeah.
So gross. That's our tip. That's our lifing stories. That's our adulting stories. Those are our home buying stories. Take it or leave it. We just gave it to you.
All right. Awesome.
Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. We really enjoyed having you here. If you have any questions, drop us a note. Let us know. You can get us at hello@homebuyinguncensored.com. You can also reach us on Instagram. Our handle is homebuying_uncensored. Thanks.